What's the most unforgivable thing a teacher ever did? I was 14 when my science teacher, Mr. Kelly, humiliated me in front of the whole school and changed how I saw myself forever. He was this younger teacher everyone loved, coached basketball, told jokes, high-fived kids in the hallway, the cool teacher. I was the quiet kid who never caused trouble. Science was actually my favorite subject. I wasn't popular, but I was smart. My notebook was full of drawings of space and dinosaurs and stuff. One day, Mr. Kelly announced this big science fair. This counts for 30% of your grade, he said, tapping the board with his marker, and the winner gets a special recommendation for the summer STEM program at State. My dad had just lost his job at the mill, and Mom was working double shifts at the hospital. That free summer program could be my ticket to something better. I spent weeks on my project, testing how different music affects plant growth. I played classical, heavy metal, and no music to 3 sets of beans, measured them every day, took photos, made charts. The night before the fair, I stayed up until 2 a.m. gluing everything to my board. My eyes were burning, but I was so proud. Science fair day came. I set up my display in the gym along with everyone else. My heart was racing when the judges came by. They seemed impressed, asking questions about my methods. Mr. Kelly walked around with his clipboard, barely looking at my project. I noticed him spending a lot of time at Zach Miller's station. Zach was on the basketball team that Mr. Kelly coached. When it was time for awards, the principal handed Mr. Kelly the envelope. Third place went to someone's volcano. Second place to a girl who trained her hamster to solve a maze. And first place goes to Zach Miller for his project on solar energy. My stomach dropped. I looked at Zach's project across the gym. 3 wrinkled printouts taped to a board and a solar calculator sitting on the table. He hadn't even made the display himself. His dad worked at the power company and had given him everything. Everyone clapped while I just stood there. After the ceremony, I overheard Mr. Kelly talking to another teacher. Yeah, Zach's going to love that summer program. Coach Wilson says he needs to keep his grades up to stay on varsity next year. I felt sick. Later that day, I was getting water from the fountain when Mr. Kelly stopped me in the empty hallway. Hey, tough break today. Your project was really good, but Zach, well, he just needed this more. You'll always do fine academically. I couldn't even speak. That night at dinner, Dad asked how the science fair went. I just said, fine, didn't win. I couldn't tell them what really happened. I stopped raising my hand in science class, stopped drawing in my notebook, started sitting in the back row. My grades slipped from A's to C's. At parent-teacher conferences, Mr. Kelly told my parents I wasn't applying myself anymore. Never mentioned the science fair. Fast forward 7 years. I'm working at the phone store in the mall when this guy walks in needing help. It's Mr. Kelly, looking exactly the same. He didn't recognize me at all. While fixing his phone, I saw his background. A photo of him with the basketball team holding a trophy. Big game? I asked. State championship, he said proudly. I've been coaching these boys since middle school. I handed him back his phone and said, you know, I had you for 8th grade science, the science fair year. His face went blank, then a forced smile. Oh, great to see a former student doing well. I'm actually going to night school for engineering now, I said. No thanks to you. He looked confused. I leaned in and said, I know you gave Zach first place to keep him on your basketball team. I heard you say it. The color drained from his face. That was a long time ago. I don't really recall. I do, I said. Every time I almost quit school, I remember how you made me feel, and I decided to prove you wrong instead. I didn't say another word after that, just finished the paperwork and watched him leave, walking a little slower than when he came in. The next day, my manager said Mr. Kelly had called and left a 5-star review specifically mentioning my exceptional service. Too little, too late, Mr. Kelly. But at least you know I remember.